Alright guys, what I'm going to be showing you today is going to be how to clean your chain. And I'm going to show you pretty much the easiest way, the most efficient, quickest way for you to get this done. It's very important, you know, to clean your chain and to also lube it after you've been riding in the rain, or if you've been, you know, just got a little wet from some puddles or things like that. You want to make sure that that chain is definitely waxed, it's been cleaned, been lubed. So that's what we're going to do right now, and this is basically just a little video for you guys. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the stand up. So you just want to make sure that the bottom goes on the right place, that nothing's going to slip. I just have to hold it up here just to make sure. And you just gotta push down on your reverse stand, make sure they're good, then you just come on up. We're good to go. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is, first we're going to use this. It's called a cleanup chain cleaner. Basically this is going to get all the dirt and grime off of everything. This is very important, probably one of the most important parts, cleaning your chain. So I just use this label, you know, it's got it at Cycle Gear, and it works pretty well. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to do always is get a bucket of water with a little towel in there, because you're going to want to wipe the excess stuff off, the dirt and grime and things like that. Also, I added this little light here. Hopefully that'll help. It's a little dark here in my garage where I do my bike work and stuff. So first things first, make sure you have a glove or something, because the stuff is going to get messy. I'm going to get a little this here, and we're simply just going to apply the chain cleanup to the chain. So once we hit it there, we're going to rotate our wheel. We're just going to keep it nice, go smooth, stream. Like so. I'm going to slide my oil pan over because it was leaking a little bit. Now I'm going to use my little brush here, and I'm going to continue to rotate the tire. But now I'm going to clean it a little bit. Now, chain's starting to get a bit clean, and this stuff is pretty toxic, so you don't want to stay down there too long cleaning. You want to make sure you come up, get some air, breathe a little bit, because this stuff is very strong. So now what I like to do is I just rub my brush in this water just to kind of clean it up a little bit, and I can see my water's getting pretty dirty in there. So then I'll come back, I just like to hit it one more time, just to make sure, you know, I'm getting all that stuff off of there. You just want to go back and forth, left to right in this motion. That'll pretty much clean off everything you need. So I do that, you know, not for too long, just making sure I'm getting that whole chain 2 to 3 times. gonna get a rag, just a pretty dirty rag or whatever that I use around the shop. And I go ahead and I begin to wipe my chain off with this rag. So the rag's gonna get pretty dirty, but that's okay. That's what I use these rags for. Just trying to make sure I get all the dirt and grime off of this chain. Or as much as possible. So you just want to go back and forth, just like you did with the brush. Like so. Alright, you see, it's a little bit dirty. Now, I'll end up wiping most of the stuff off later because we still have to apply our chain lube. So it really doesn't make much sense to go ahead and start wiping this stuff off. Alright, so next step, we're going to lube it up. I'm sure there'll be a lot of comments about that on YouTube. But now we have the PJ1 Blue Label. This is pretty good stuff. A lot of folks use this. Pretty much all the guys who I go to track days with and the guys I ride around town with, we all pretty much use PJ1. It's good stuff. You can also find this at Cycle Gear. And as it says here, clear, won't fling off. That's very important. So whatever label you get, you really don't want this stuff flinging off on your back tire. That won't be a good day of riding. Let's take this puppy up a bit. Go ahead and get a test stream there. And so now, with this stuff, what you really want to do is you want to get the inside of this chain as much as possible. So usually I get on the other side of the bike and I'll try to spray it on the inside loop of the chain. But for this video purpose, I have the bike pretty much pushed as far back to the wall as I can because the camera's on the tripod here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to come a little bit above and try to hit the middle bit of this and also on the outer layer. Alright? See from inside the bit. Alright? Now that's pretty good, and then we're just going to rotate this tire. Like I said, normally I'm on the other side of this, so this time I had to pull the chain a little bit, but I didn't tug it too hard. And then we'll just get a nice steady stream. Just rotating that tire there. Just make sure we're trying to hit the back of the chain. As much as possible, of course. Alright. Now that we have that, I can see that the chain looks pretty much lubed there. Looks pretty solid. Yeah. And that should conclude lubing our chain.